Welcome to another edition of Nikki B and Friends, episode 45. What up, friends?
What's going on?
What up?
We got Shannon with us once again in the building. What up, Shannon?
What's up?
What's going on with you?
Trying to weather the storm. So we are in the midst of Hurricane Dorian down here in North Carolina. And it has reached the coast, which is like Wilmington and Carolina Beach, but it's making its way inland. So right now we're getting just like a lot of rain and wind. I think for specifically my area, that might be the gist of it. You know, that might be all we get. But yeah, just keep us in your prayers.
Okay. What up with you, Coach?
Same old, working nonstop. My magazines dropped.
Yeah, I checked it out. One of them was really good. There was some good articles.
Yeah. And working on some other things behind the scenes as well. So that's my life. What about you, Nick?
Just same old, working and, doing stuff around. I do feel like, with the holiday weekend, I felt like I had a day off. You know what I mean? Sometimes you be like, man, it's a long week, even though you had one day off. But this week kind of been flowing. I just been so extremely busy. And then I added cooking on top of that. I done cooked every day this week.
Yum.
So
I dig it.
That's something that I don't normally do. But Chase has this little feature that I ain't even asked for. Maybe they just was like, let me send her a message because maybe she don't know how much she's spending on food. Like she could be saving so much money if she wasn't going out for food all the time. And like,
now, do they narrow it down to a specific dollar amount of how much you've spent on this particular category?
Yes.
Ooh, that's in your business.
I know, and mine was restaurants.
Ooh.
So I had already said I was going to start doing, cutting out some things, doing some budgeting and stuff like that. So that's one of the areas that I chose to do some grocery shopping and do some cooking. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
It is. So let me thank our sponsors for this evening, episode 45 of Nikki B and Friends. It's brought to you by Say It Out Loud Comedy, Team Marshall, and Nikki B Podcast. And it's live at the Ambrosia Theater on Saturday, September the 28th. 2 shows, 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. at Ambrosia Theater, 959 Lake Drive. Free parking, 50/50 raffle. They also give out some refreshment. $20 in advance, $25 at the door. Once the seats are sold, they sold out. So they have been having sold out shows. So make sure you get your tickets early. You can also get your tickets by calling 616-340-0408 or 616-710-7596 or go online to ambrosiatheater.com to get your tickets. So I will be posting the flyer on Nikki B and Friends page. And if you are in the Grand Rapids area, please make sure that you check out the comedy show September the 28th. All right. So today's topic is 11 conversation topics 11 conversation topics that have the potential to save a relationship. Number 1, intimacy. Number 2, relationship boundaries. Number 3, relationship needs. Number 4, relationship fears. 5, fighting styles. 6, spending habits. 7, children. 8, each other's family. 9, alone time. 10, work-life balance. And 11, housework. So we don't have to go in any order. Just pick what you're interested in. And we'll start with you, Shannon. What are you picking from the list?
I'm going to say alone time.
Okay.
I think with alone time, you need time with your partner for y'all to just be with each other. You know, so many times we get away from, you know, that alone time or intimacy with your partner. You be dealing with the kids and work and whatever else you got going on. You kind of get away from really spending that alone time with your partner. So, you know, taking in a movie or, you know, going somewhere by yourself, even sitting at home in the den and watching TV together. You know? But you definitely got to make some time for yourself and your partner.
Okay. See, and when I saw this on the list, I'm gonna go and see what they actually said about it because I sent you guys the list, but not maybe the whole article thing. But when I read it, I was thinking of it like it was on the top on my list because I was thinking of it as time by myself, alone time, because I enjoy alone time. So, and there's a lot of people who don't understand that. Is some people who always got to be in somebody's face and got to be doing something. I don't want to be on the phone all night. I don't want to be doing all that. I need, me personally, you know, a good day for me. A lot of times I need a good massage and reading a good book or watching some Lifetime movies by myself. And some people can't do that or don't handle that or think that you shouldn't. So I went to the page and it says they said this is a common topic that is not discussed in most relationships. Society leads us to believe that when we are with someone, you are supposed to be with them all the time. This is as far from the truth as can be, says a psychiatrist. When you are constantly with your partner, you are actually developing an unhealthy dependency on them. It's actually really healthy for you to have your own interests and spend time cultivating them. That might mean having a conversation with your partner about how much me time you need in order to do so. So I enjoy me time. What about you, Coach? What's your take on time?
Well, real quick, I just got to ask Nick this one. What do you have against taking on the phone?
Here's my thing. It's not that I don't have a problem with it, but I'm not gonna be on the phone with you all night. I'm not gonna be on the phone with you hours at a time.
This will be the best conversation.
Not back to back though. If we talk 4 hours this day, 3 hours, let's say. No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to spend my weekends on the phone. And if really you got me on the phone and you really haven't even invited me, you really just trying to make sure I'm not doing nothing. And you will find a lot of people will try to do that. Keep you from doing something. Carl want to keep you on the phone, and then you be trying to get dressed so you can go someplace and you on the phone. And then all of that, like I know a lot of young people on the phone all night, people falling asleep on the phone. I've never been that person.
Definitely done that. Not in my adult years, but you know, when I was
because I mean, like, okay, Nick, you got to think, though, y'all had house phones and all that during, like, your younger days. Like, somebody's phone bill would have been sky high if you was falling asleep on somebody's phone. We have to factor that in, too. But there's nothing wrong with taking on the phone for hours as the conversation is that good.
Every day?
I ain't say every day.
I'm asking you.
Okay, now you're being an extremist here. Okay?
No, I'm saying how often, how many nights a week is it okay to be on the phone for 3 hours with one person?
It depends on how y'all rocking with each other. Because sometimes,
who can really?
Yeah, y'all vibe. Thank you. Y'all just vibing.
I mean, I've had those conversations more than once with the same person. Didn't work out by the third conversation. I be feeling like you're lying. Look me in my eye when you're talking. That's just me. Anyway, So, Coach, that's what you got out of a long time.
Yeah, I was very appalled how you was just like how you was just down at people for taking on the phone. I'm like, I'm a taker. I'm a faker.
Yeah, I'm definitely a Duncan Hines Sarah Lee.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a taker. When need be. But
well, you know what? I guess I'm thinking of maybe the younger, like Nico, and I done said to him like, this ain't happening. Like, why is it some little girl on you playing your video game and she just on FaceTime? What?
That's just how you do. Listen, it's just how it happens sometimes. Sometimes you just be like thrilled to be on the phone with them. When you get older, because you have a lot more going on, that kind of fades. When you young and in puppy love like him,
I've been in puppy love. We wasn't on the phone. We spent a lot of time together, but all them hours and hours of conversation, or you drop me off and soon you drop me off, you want to call, soon you drop me off. I don't even answer when people call me soon they drop me off.
Dang, they can't miss you?
No.
You don't want to be missed?
I give them a minute. I let them get home, meaning just to tell me they safe in. I know how long it'll take them usually to drop me off and get home. Now I'll answer them. But if I just came in the house and they calling, just to, what's up? I enjoy myself. No, wait about 30 minutes, bro. I need a minute.
Wow, that's heavy. That's super heavy. But no, but to answer the question at hand,
thank you.
I think quality. Not quality time. Alone time. I think alone time is important in both aspects.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think alone time is always important, just to have to yourself to get your thoughts together, and still have your own identity in a relationship. Yeah. I think that's always important. Is to always know who you are, no matter who your partner is. Mm-hmm. And alone time with your partner too, especially if y'all got like kids involved and stuff like that. Like, it's always important to have that alone time. Especially like for women. Like if the kid's always around, it'll be hard for her to feel like a lady. Maybe feel sexy, I think is a word that I'm trying to use here.
A lot of people at the internet, it's always somebody with their naked booty showing a baby being a
yeah. That's not cute.
Oh my God.
Like, it's her baby sitting on the bed. What?
No, that's always been a turn off. Like,
I with a G-string on.
Yeah, no, I don't never like when a girl try to be extra promiscuous and her kid in the next room. I'm like, yo, like, what are you doing? Or just like the kid is too close for this engagement you're trying to have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but don't you guys think it's funny? I know I've met people, and we probably all have, the people who act like they can't do nothing without the other one. But one of them, like, you cool with both of them, but but one of them will share with you like, man, I just need a minute by myself. I can't do nothing. But the other one think that they really enjoy it and they don't know how to tell the other one, like, I need some alone time. Because some people don't think that's my husband or that's my wife, then they don't need no alone time.
Yeah, I knew a couple who, like, even if we would plan like a girls' night out, I'll invite you, we invite somebody else, and then we pull up and here he comes. Like, where did you go, girl? This was not for your man. Sis, you should have left him at the crib.
At the all girls night.
Huh?
I said it all girl. We doing all girls thing. And
this was supposed to be. I invited you, Sheila, Barbara, Nancy, and here's my Kevin. Girl, what did you do here? I came to talk about, like,
dude,
personal stuff with you. Now he's sitting at the table taking it all in. Good. Good night.
All right.
I might want to talk about breastfeeding. He's sitting at the table. We talking about it.
Yeah. And one thing, I can't stand somebody who let their partner chime in on everything we talk about. Like, I don't care if your girl's a relationship expert. This ain't what I'm talking about right now. I didn't ask for her input. That's why I called you.
Right, especially when you ain't invited them, or you talking on the phone and they getting in the conversation.
Yeah, yeah, that's the worst. When you talking, you just hear, wait, what you say? Yeah, she said. Yeah, you said, like, I'm not even asking for advice from you. I'm just venting.
Oh. All right, Coach. What you picking from the list?
All right. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna say relationship boundaries. I think I'm still gonna stick with relationship boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And I think every relationship should have boundaries, but I think like it could go all over the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like the boundaries might just be don't be interacting too much on Facebook, or it could be like don't be going out too much. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I don't like that. That is so unfair to me. A girl who out every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to go out, okay, like me, like once a month, that's cool. Twice a month, you really pushing me. Third, nah, now you got me messed up. And you can't do these consecutively. Like, you could go out one weekend, ain't tripping. The second weekend, okay, she really thinks, you know what, I'm going to let you slide. It might be two people's birthdays back to back. I'm going to do it. The third weekend, I'm going to let you get dressed up. I'm going to let you have your girls come over while you get dressed up. I'm going to let you do it all. And as soon as your hand touch that doorknob, I'm stepping out in a white beater. Where the F you think you going? That's what I'm at. I told you I was going out.
Make my hair sandwich.
Yeah, like, no, you didn't. You ain't telling me you was going out. Y'all gonna have to go. I just got these movies from Redbox. We about to watch these movies. Then you gonna go out. And then after we get, and I'm gonna have a ball while we watch the movies. And as soon as they done, what you mean? Where you gonna go? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. No, you about to go to bed. That's what's happening now.
Man, everybody done been there. Ain't nothing worse than your girls be with you and you be getting ready, and then
Here he
get
comes.
ready. Then you get ready to go, and he say, where you going? Huh? Wait a minute, y'all. I'll be right back.
Nah. Do y'all remember?
I'm sorry.
Do y'all remember the T.I. show? Like when he was like I think it might be Tiny. It was T.I. or a Tiny show, and Tiny was about to go out, and then T.I. called, and she was like, "Yeah, y'all, I'm just about to just go ahead and stay in." You know, Tip, he about to do his time in a few days, and we just found it best I stay at home tonight.
Yeah. So back to I'm gonna go back to what they say. The psychologist who wrote this little article says that that it's very important that you have this conversation because there are things that you may do that may end the relationship. So they may be hard questions to ask, and many of us need to be checking in on our boundaries until we are, you don't want to cross anybody's boundaries. So things that may be disrespectful, you need to ask, what are the things that you would feel are disrespectful? Which I think people can really learn from, because you see some couples on Facebook and you be like, man, this dude's so disrespectful. Like, should no dude be in a relationship and commenting on somebody's page, look at that ass?
Mm-hmm.
At all.
Or hugged up and y'all look like y'all dressed alike. Nigga, how many people you got at the party with you that you messing with? Because I done seen you on 4 different pictures with chicks and y'all all dressed alike. You can't tell me you ain't say where that.
I'm gonna need you to put on
Right. So it gotta be some boundaries, and then also just not for what to do. I think even boundaries as far as company and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you'll see people when they friend over every day. Like, it should be some boundaries between that. If you married or got your man there, your girlfriend shouldn't be at your house every doggone day. Where the boundaries come from? Unless you just don't want to be bothered, so you glad somebody entertaining her so she can get up out of your face.
Mm-mm. Yeah, like I never really been a fan of that. Like if I come, like her friend gonna hear her in the next room. Hey girl, we about to wind down for the night. I'm gonna go ahead and hit you later, girl. Yeah, we cool. Yeah, girl, we cool. We just tired.
So, all right. So let me pick off the list.
Yes, on you.
I'm gonna pick fighting styles because I think that it's important that people know how people fight and what hurts people's feelings, because I know my mouth you will feel like you've been stabbed 20 times with one sentence that I will say that could mess you up for the rest of your life. So you need to know my fighting style. I'm coming at you. So you can tell me a secret if you want to. As soon as you step up, what you doing? Dude, just because you were abused by your dad as a child, don't step up in my face. Sometimes I can hit below the belt if I get extreme.
Are you a below the belt hitter?
Yeah, I'm because I'm so quick with stuff. Before I know it, I could really. But sometimes I'm really so smooth with it that you have to walk away, and then you be like, "Wait a minute."
Did she say?
Yeah.
Hold on, hey.
But it's also important because if you one of those like I just ignore people, I walk away, I don't do all that, I don't have time for all of that. That's important to know too, because it makes some people so mad that you won't say nothing back that they'll start swinging because they want you to say something. And some guys just like, I'm not about to be arguing with you. I'm just gonna walk out and leave. And we all done seen the video of the girl on the hood of the car or the dude on the hood of the car.
A whole month.
Really too much.
Right.
Yeah, because like I know, like for myself, like I'll really like I don't really entertain that type of stuff. But like that makes people feel like that I don't care because I'm so laid back and nonchalant. I'm just like I'm not about to argue with you. But they'll be like, I ain't worth your words. You know what I'm saying? Where it'd be like, I ain't worth arguing with. And it'd be like, no, you're not. But nobody is worth arguing with for me. Like, we can have a difference of opinion. But as far as arguing and, like, yelling and all that stuff, like, that's not really my thing. Like, I'll just walk away before you can get to that point if that's what it's going to be.
Right. Well, see, some people will continue to go because I'll just hang up the phone on you. And then you want to keep calling back. So then, okay, you do want to have this. So I'm going to give you what you want. What about you, Shan?
I don't know that. I don't know. I guess
real.
I'm not a confrontational person, really. So if I've ever really like I really want to have a civil conversation with you, and I will give you the floor and just will wait. But if you, a lot of times I'll experience where, well, I just ain't got nothing to say. Well, what you want me to say? Well, you know what? All right, I'm just gonna go on and walk away from this conversation because I feel like if I'm trying hard to make this a civil thing and you just being a jerk about it, that is going to take me to a new level of upset.
So then you just gonna walk away.
I gotta walk away because then I get more frustrated and that just won't be good.
Good. All right, Shan. Go ahead, your turn.
Let me see. Each other's family. I'm gonna choose that one. I think it's even safe to say, like, you have to have boundaries with this one too.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to be, cool with your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife, family or whatever. But at some point, you gotta know when, as a family member yourself, when not to cross that boundary, getting in somebody else's business in their relationship. And you also have to know, like, what are things that you can tell your family members when venting. You got to know that even if I tell you this, right, what Tyrone has done, I might be mad today, but your family members are going to be mad. They're going to never forget what you said. So you got to be careful with the things that you share about your relationship with your family. And then as a family member, you got to be careful not to overstep it, because everybody don't want your opinion. Sometimes they just want to vent and get it off their chest. So.
And then people also need to know, for, on the flip side of that, if I'm mad and I'm venting, I could say something about my sister. You better not chime in and got something to say about my, you know what I mean?
Right.
I be like, what? No, that don't happen. I could talk about somebody. You can't do what I do. I'm just venting to you. I'm just talking mess. We gonna be okay tomorrow. Now I ain't forgave you because you said something about my sister way over the line. You felt that way?
Now, hold on.
I didn't know you felt that way. Come on, Coach.
No, man, because the thing is, like, one thing, like, I don't really do the family thing. Like, I'm not going to even hold you. Like, I'm not about to be smiling in your brother's faces. I'm not about to be at your daddy tool bench or whatever, that type of stuff. I need your male family members to know I will lay them out if they ever try themselves trying to check me about anything. So I'm like mad standoffish for at least the first year at least, where I'm like, hey, what's going on? What up? Everything out there. But like, I even know, like, no, y'all ain't about to ever think, yeah, we gonna show him something. Yeah, all right. But with moms and sisters, like, I've always been pretty cool with that. But I don't like getting too cool with people, fans. I don't like getting too cool with people like cousins and stuff like that, because people cousins be fast, and I don't have time for that type of stuff, man. Like, you're not about to be asking me why your cousin all on my head, where it's like, I don't even like your cousin.
You don't want to get caught up with Cousin Faye from Soul Food.
Yeah, my Lord.
I don't even add people, family, or friends on social media. Like, why? You don't need to have me on anything. We only need to see me at Thanksgiving or Christmas or anything like that. And, like, I don't like, I think it can apply to friends too. I don't like popping up. I don't like being at your crib and then your family and friends just popping up.
I don't even
like that. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where y'all kicking it? Are you here? Is that car in the driveway? Huh?
I see them lights from the window.
Yeah. Like, dang. Like, nah, I gotta be.
Yeah, people gotta have boundaries too. Either you knew they was coming, or
you just don't show at somebody's crib. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, or just somebody, or just family just being over there all the time. Like, they don't got nowhere to be.
Right. Ain't nothing like going to somebody's house, like, and they like that. That's such a, even when I was younger, that was a turn off for me. Like, somebody's house, like, I get if you just the hangout house, because everybody got a hangout house, and you have fun and play cards and all of that. But then when it gets to the point of I gotta walk through a puddle, the smell of weed and all of that stuff, I ain't got time for that. Like, I don't even mind people. I'd rather somebody be drunk than somebody smelling like weed.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ain't got to smell out of that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Who turn is it?
Yours.
No, it's yours, Coach. Shan just said each other's family.
She did. Okay. All right. I'm going to say relationship fears.
That's a good
Good
one.
one.
I'm gonna say that one. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta know like what you don't want your person doing. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, it will hurt my heart. You know what I'm saying? If my girl was at the club and somehow she ended up in VIP. You know what I'm saying? With an Instagram influencer or something. You know, or rubbing on her rapper chain or something like that. Like just like my girl being fast out here. Period. Like that ain't. I'm like, you don't do that to me. Like that's a small one, but that's me. What y'all got?
I think that it's important. I was trying to see what the little article has said, and it's just like when people are afraid to stop being vulnerable when you do things, they'll close off from you. So that's why you have those relationships. And I think that they could be, as small as, my fear is, somebody lying to me. I don't like, trust. Like, once you break that trust, that's gone. That could be a fear. Somebody trying to use you. That could be a fear. People don't be thinking about stuff like that. And I guess my fear is I just never want to meet no really good con artist.
Oh yeah. Somebody that gets you all the way to like.
Yeah, I done been con before. You know my son Nico? No, I'm just kidding.
Hilarious.
Gotta the deal, but no, it's the con. Somebody pretending that they somebody that they not. Like that is a fear of mine now because of that. Because people really can, and that's why when you had those 4-hour conversations, you are vulnerable. You're talking a lot about what you like and all of that. A lot of people will become that person who they think that you've already told them this is what I'm looking for. Yeah. So now they'll make up that they're that person, and then they're so far from that person it makes no sense.
They'll try to emulate that personality, and I think I agree with you there. A lot of times when I meet guys and they be like, so what you looking for? I've learned to say this. I'm looking for you to be yourself and for me to figure out whether I want to continue to deal with you or not.
See, that's how you do that because people, that's deep.
That's a game changer.
I'm looking because I want to see who you really are. I'm not going to feed you my ideal guy. I need to see if in my head, do you fit what I want, what I need.
I bet they be shook off of that one, don't they?
Yeah, they don't know how to respond, child.
Girl, we've been doing that. We've been doing that since the 90s.
You said what?
About? I said, girl, we've been doing that since the 90s. What are you talking about? But no, I'm always wary of somebody who had problems early on. You know what I'm saying? Whereas it's like y'all only been knowing each other for a month. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What's going on? I just feel like my life is over. Oh, do you think you got $40? You feel like your life is over 220s?
Oh my God.
Because that means like she's trying to start me small. You know what I'm saying? To see if I'm a giver. Then she gonna keep trying to up it up on me. Like, no, you need help this long.
Yeah.
After a month, you shouldn't be comfortable asking me for nothing still. It should be like, no matter what I got going on, I don't know him like that. We still get to know each other. He ain't even on the floor to ask for something. No, I'm good.
No, people supposed to have it going on so much that they don't even ask. Like, who feel comfortable asking? Like, to me, that's a red flag. When if somebody soon you meet them offering. But on the flip side, if you talking to somebody and all they want to talk about is they money, don't be mad when you didn't looked up and you didn't spend a couple of $1,000 and then I don't want to talk to you and then you think, well, you was doing that money. You wanted to buy something.
Yeah, no.
Stop talking about it if you ain't trying to spend it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
So then don't be mad. And don't even take it as a loss. Learn from it and stop bragging about it.
Exactly. Yeah. No, but he dude who bragging that hard, he overcompensating for something. So, because you know what they say if your Mac can land, you need to be stacking your change. Mm-hmm. So he already didn't realize he ain't bringing nothing to you for real. So when it's that lay down time, you ain't gonna be getting nothing you looking for.
And you ain't gonna be getting nothing else either. You ain't gonna be getting nothing else but a receipt. And I prefer that in the box in case I need to take back later. All righty. Anything else on relationship fears?
I think a fear of mine as far as relationships would be I think it would be like getting all the way in with somebody and then they decide, well, I just don't want to do this no more. What? So now that's all this time, and now you're telling me that, wait a minute, what? And when you ask them, it's like, well, I just don't know. It's not you, it's me. What? Wait, what are you talking about? Like,
that's why it's a whole series of Snap that's been on for years. Because really, that will make you snap. You done invested all this time. And then usually it's somebody else. Like, I recently heard about somebody else that put all these years and time into this brother. And now he don't know what he want. Huh?
Right.
You know what you want. You been knew what you wanted. Because to me, that would be you was just using somebody. Like when you look at something and it'll be a couple. That always blow my mind. It'll be a couple who was together 10 years. They finally break up. And then in 6 months, the brother that met somebody and married them. You be like, wow.
Yeah, and you just not being man enough to say, you know, what it really is. So now you just want to listen. I can't do this no more. Bye, bro. After 10, 11 years, you got to tell me something.
Yeah. I mean, but if you stuck around for 10, 11, like, nah, because he probably gave some inclination, like, he ready to dip.
No, right. Or, yeah, he have to have said he's not ready for marriage and all of that stuff, but some people would always say he would say, but it could be she, because there's more women now that's just like, I don't want to be married.
Yeah.
But you got to start wasting people's time. That's my thing. If you know up front, and I tell you up front, don't think you're going to change my mind about stuff.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people do.
They try to
the person to lay it out for them. They think they can change the person. Then they get treated like a dog. Nobody's surprised about this but you.
Case in point, like how females sometimes, or guys sometimes, you know, he lets you know, like, you know, all he want to do is be casual with you. He want to, you know, lay up a couple nights, you know, a week or whatever, you know, y'all do y'all thing. That's what he wants. He said that, right? Or indicated that. But you think that you and your throwdown game gonna change his mind. No, he got what he wanted, and he still don't want no relationship. Now, why did you think that your lady parts was gonna change his mind? No.
Well, sometimes it can.
I
ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes it's like, you know what? I think I'm more ready for that relationship than I thought.
Oh my God.
sometimes they just throw it on you, and then you just wake up and her kids is up. You just like, man, let me get acquainted since they here.
Oh my goodness!
You done ended up spending the night on accident.
Yeah, that's right. Spend the night. You be like, man, what's up, y'all? What's going on? What y'all watching?
I want some cereal.
And then it's breakfast. You know what I'm saying? That she's smart. Then she like cooking breakfast, and you go eat because you hungry.
Right.
And then it's like, man, this can put me to about 11, 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then be like, man, it's like, and she's slick enough. You know what I'm saying? And she's slick enough. Then she might be, yeah, why don't you just go ahead and leave you some clothes here or something like that. Or she'll be like,
you can have one of these drawers.
Or buy you some and put them in there.
Yeah, that's all I'm about to say. I didn't fell for this when I didn't know better. They'll get you the essentials. Like, oh, look, I went to the store. I went to Target. I got you some underwear, some t-shirts. Girl, for real, man. I appreciate this and some body wash. I'm gonna just leave it here in case you can get stuck in a repetition of just that.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. All right. What do I want to do? Let's go to housework. Because there's still some people out there old-fashioned enough to think that there's certain things the guy should do versus, the woman should do with the housework or whatever. But what do you do if you a guy and you, a neat freak and end up meeting a nasty ass lady?
Nah, she got to get it together. Cause me, like, I'm real big on being clean. Like I wasn't always that way. I'll make sure I say that as well. I wasn't always this way, but like I definitely, the older I got, the more like I just need to be in a clean space. And the thing is, a person can naturally not be a clean person. Like they might just be used to not really clean up after themselves, but they're gonna have to grow out of it at some point. If this gonna work, like if you see me cleaning and there's nothing in you that be like, you know what, let me help. We got a problem. Like this may not work out long term. But as long as you can see me clean and be like, let me clean up too, we'll get along just fine.
Yeah, but then you had the people who, everybody done been over to somebody's house and moved a shower curtain back and see that tub.
Man, I tell the tale. I tell the tale, man.
And you be like, ugh. But then you get some people that's so neat that you just be like, this is ridiculous. Like, really? Like, I still got something in this cup while you picking it up to already go wash it. And if it's that person out there, trust me, I'm going to meet them.
Lord. Yeah. But if you pull that shower curtain back and it's a lot of hair in it, that definitely means she shaved. So she know what you're coming over for.
You're so ignorant, it don't even make no type no type of sense at all. Go ahead, Shannon. You was about to say something.
I just think, like, my dad was always a real neat freak, but, my mom really wasn't all the time, and I think for me, it's like, I don't like a lot of clutter. You know what I mean? I feel like everything has a place. And if it doesn't have a place, it probably belongs in the trash. But like, if a person come to your house, you got to at least have your bathrooms and the common areas clean. Now, you do what you want to in your bedroom if that ain't what y'all on. But, your living room, your dining room, kitchen, bathroom, come on, man. Just can we keep that together, please?
So if you meet somebody, because you guys do the 4-hour conversation, so now you guys, the 4-hour conversation, you're all the way up to 36 hours of phone conversation. And then you really feeling the person like, yeah, and then you get to their house and it's filthy. Is that an automatic, dang, I done wasted all this time? Or is that we're going to talk about this?
See, maybe in the case of a man and a woman who is meeting a guy, she going over to his place. Maybe he just need a woman's touch. Maybe he didn't really, come from a home where it was kept clean or whatever. Maybe, you'd be like, hey, baby, let me help you, put your home. Let me give your home a woman's touch.
Mm-hmm.
If he wants you to continue to come over, he might keep it together because you ain't getting ready to come over to no nasty crib.
Okay,
I don't know. Like every person got like 1 or 2 times where it could be like, hey, I wasn't ready for company, so I caught you slipping. By the 3rd time, you're just nasty. And I think you just need to just go ahead. In order for me to help you step your game up, you need to be honest with yourself and just be like I ain't there, and then we could build from that. Because the thing is, I don't even chill with people if their house nasty. Like I've kicked it with females and their house was just dirtier than what I find acceptable, and I'm like, I can't even kick it with you until we clean this up. So let's go ahead and get these dishes up. Let's go ahead and move these pillows over, like stuff like that.
So you sitting on the couch and watching a movie, y'all turn the lights off, and then you see a roach on the wall. You done, or you exterminating?
No, I'm just not spending the night. Obviously, obviously that ain't a place to be laying my head at night. But I'm there.
Yeah. All right. We had a few more minutes. Come on, Shan, you got the next one.
Let me see.
Spending habits. Let's talk about spending habits. Is that really something that we really need to talk about?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. You cannot be in a relationship, right? Y'all be together, y'all live together, y'all married or whatever, and I am paying, 80 to 100% of the bills, and you are not contributing. And then, or maybe we share a bank account and you spending more than you putting in. That is an absolute no-go. How in the world you think we gonna live if, number one, you ain't contributing, and what is being deposited from your employer is way less than what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's time to separate them accounts, and
yes.
I need to take over the money and take your name off the account. At the two check that go in, you don't even have access to it.
Nope.
You behind, you in the negative.
Let me give you an allowance. That's
right. But I think people do need to know that, because some people are savers and some people are spenders.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's right.
If you're a saver, sometimes it's a good balance, because then you could get on the same page. But sometimes that causes a lot of arguments too, because if I'm trying to save and you trying to spend, we just on 2 different pages. Like, brother, you don't want nothing. Like, you want to retire and still have to be working at the grocery store as the greeter. I ain't trying to work at the grocery store.
As a greeter.
People won't work looking at the receipt at Walmart. No, that's what you're trying to do.
Taking it off with the highlighter.
Wait, hold on. We're going a little bit far. I'll have to get us disclaimer. Nikki B and Friends supports all greeters.
Yes, I love the greeters. I love the greeters. I speak to them and everything. I don't even give them a problem when they ask me for my receipt.
Nope, have it already ready when I leave the cash.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to retire and be a greeter.
Or have to, right?
Right. Because if that's your goal, is to be a greeter because you didn't spend your money, then we really do have a problem. Because, wow, wouldn't it really look bad if I stayed in a relationship with you and I'm in Florida and you in Chicago greeting? Now your family bad and I'm wrong and all that. No.
Yeah, you definitely wrong.
No. You didn't want to. Remember when I was saying you didn't need that Versace shirt or that them Gucci shoes, but you had to have it?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you know you got tickets to pay and they getting ready to suspend your license and put a warrant out for your arrest, but you went and spent $117 on some shoes, homeboy, you should have really paid your tickets. Now you talk about you need extra money for me in my account, cause.
Dang.
Did you just say about I wish somebody would.
Who didn't got you, Shan?
Ain't nobody got me. That was a scenario that I had never lived.
No, I didn't have to have somebody before that messed it up for everybody else. I'll never have nobody again.
That is crazy.
Nope,
never have gotten like that. But you know, I've definitely.
I think it's important because people need to know, like, okay, this is our budget for play, and then this is our budget to save, and then you got to be on the same page, because then at some point, we need to keep our money separate. Now you broke. And I got money, then you tell me, can I get some gas money? And I'm talking about, hell no, you work just like I do.
Or they try to guilt trip you. I ain't ate in 3 days. And
you better eat that spaghetti.
Brother, you should be.
On your feet,
brother, you a warrior. Yeah, nah. If he ain't ate in 3 days and he could still tell you, that's a blessing. I'm like.
And he because that means he ain't even went in the cabinets or either.
You tell me something like that, like Coach said. If you ain't ate in 3 days, and you can tell me, you lying.
No, you blessed. That's what I'm saying.
You had a cracker somewhere.
Your grandma prayer still holding you up, brother. Your grandma prayer still holding you up.
Or that what they call her, their workplace wife, who be bringing the lunch. Yeah, this my work wife. Okay. But no, that's important to some people because ain't nothing worse than if somebody's sharing an account and you look up and your money gone.
I know somebody who did that. Like, it's my boy, right? It's my partner, all right? So him and his wife sharing account. He was spending all day. He might still be, I don't know, but he was spending all day money on his car. So, and because he had like a brand new Mustang, and they working like regular paying gigs, and she like, we ain't even got no money. My money paying for that car too, because they sharing an account, so they paying for the note and the insurance every month. And that was coming up to like $600-700 just for the car.
And they still together?
To my knowledge. But every time me and him talk, it's always, man, we almost ain't make it. Like, it don't matter how much time going between us talking. It's always, we doing all right now, man, but we almost ain't making it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, who problem is that? Probably yours.
Yeah.
So we only got a couple of more minutes, but they have children on the list, and I'm always surprised of couples who get married and they never discuss how they would raise their kids. And especially when they two different religions and stuff like that. And then they want to wait till they had kids to start discussing to be on one page. To me, that's silly, because that should be a talk before you even have kids, before you even get married. Do you want kids? And people, what about people changing their mind? Like, nope, I don't want no kids. I don't want no kids. Then they get married. I want kids. Matter of fact, the girl on the reel, that was what happened with her and her husband. They agreed, no kids. He turned around. He wanted kids. She divorced him. She said, I love him, but I don't want kids. I want him to be happy. And the baby came before the divorce even. So then they started saying he was having.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Heavy.
But he wanted a baby. So, all right. It's time for us to wrap it up. Final remarks. Shan, what do you have of that can save a relationship?
Well, I think you need to spend some time with getting to know a person. You know, a lot of these issues can be alleviated if you just spend some time getting to know a person. Pick their brain about different things. Like, I even thought, like, you know, shoot, the articles you see or the things that you read, run it past your partner, see what they say. You know, those Betty Crocker conversations, them the conversations where you need to be like running different scenarios. Shoot, make up a story just to see what they say. You know, you got to get to know a person, man. Get to know them.
That ain't sound like Shannon setting people up. Be careful, people out there. Shannon sending in friends and stuff. See what he do if you approach.
Girl, if he say this and that, that ain't what you want, sis.
So, final remarks, Coach.
You know, of course, peace and stay love. And I'm going to give y'all a tip on if y'all got the right girl. Oh, Lord. This is what y'all do. Y'all reach out to her from a fake profile and offer to pay her for sex. If that girl don't tell you that somebody just reached out to her offering to pay for it, leave her alone. She thought about it. She might still be thinking about it. But if she hits you and be like, why somebody just hit me up talking about they're trying to buy some sex from me, I'm about to block them. You got you a good girl. I mean, she got some sense. She got some class about herself.
So but even if she say no and don't tell you, what if she say?
She said no. She said no, but let's see how she act when the rent due.
Oh my goodness.
So my final remarks are, you know, with all of these, the conversations definitely need to be had. We need to make sure that a lot of the stuff that we talked about is talked about. And I don't think, you know, it's talked about enough before people call themselves getting into relationships. So you definitely need to know who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, get to know people before you get all in. There's so many people who won't love that they just jumping right in, and then to find out that person's nothing that they said they were. So you got to have these. Some of these conversations are tough conversations to have, but you do need to have them. You need to know what boundaries, you know, what boundaries they have, because if they saying something that's disrespectful and you see it as planned, you know, depending on how important a relationship is to you, you may not want to do that. Mm. You know what I mean? So I think that our relationships are going to go through their stuff, but when you can talk stuff out beforehand, you could avoid a lot of this. And then that's when you can go to the one that I put, the fighting style, because if you end up having a fight, you already had these conversations, and that's what you could throw back up in their face about how they lied.
Right.
But that's one of the things, you know, in relationships. You'll have a conversation or something, and they'll say something, and then you like, you lied. You said you was this type of person. You're not this type of person.
Or they'll swear that they never said it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Right. So, thanks again, everybody, for listening to Nikki B and Friends. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at NIKKIB and Friends. And on Instagram at Nikki B _and_friend. And again, thanks again to Say It Out Loud Comedy, Team Marshall, and Nikki B podcast for the comedy show at the Ambrosia Theater on September the 28th. 2 great shows. You can get your tickets online at theambrosiatheater.com or by dialing 616-340-0408 or 616-710-7596. And on Lake Drive with free parking, the flyer I will post on the page. If you are in the Grand Rapids area, I would definitely check out the comedy show. So thanks again for everybody for continuing to rock out with us. We appreciate everyone who listens, your feedback. And I will say that people are definitely enjoying you, Shannon, on the show. I have gotten some little messages about that they enjoy you on the show.
Thank you, everybody.
So I didn't say everybody, I said some people. Anyway, no. So thanks again, everybody, for rocking out with us. We appreciate you. Peace.
Bye-bye.